You were saying that Alex Jones had something going on. Tell me about that.
So, Alex Jones is actually looking for help from the government.
Okay.
The people that he was talking against.
Mm-hmm.
And the government's like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. And the reason because like the people from that Sandy Hook situation, you know, he came out and said it was fake, this, that, and the third. And it's really came back to bite him. I mean, there've been a lot of things that he's kind of done. Yeah. And it's been kind of going downhill since. I think, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he gonna be, he might be on infomercials.
You're right. Trying to make some money that way.
You gotta buy this cleaning product. Right. I mean, you gotta, won't you hear me? Right. You gotta stop the globalists.
You know, buy these pills.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I mean, there's always some suspect type of shit around every story that makes it look like it's, you know, maybe staged or something like that. Just like the Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was fake and staged, but, you know, eventually you realize, no, it's true. It wasn't just something they put on. And so after a while, he should have left that Sandy Hook thing and let it go.
Yeah, I think he kind of has. But it just, you know, the backlash, you know. Yeah. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I follow. I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't follow Alex. I did, you know, for a little bit, but I think what fucked it up for me was, you know, he went on, you know, he went on the platform like, you know, both Dems and Republicans are bad, right, which they are, and then, you know, it was like, you know, he was trying to get other grassroots people that were in politics that wasn't necessarily like the top candidate.
Yeah, more like the independent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was following, you know, and I thought it was like a good community, like all types of people were coming together, like, hey, you know, this is kind of wrong, this is kind of, you know, this, that, and the third. But then it's like when he started to promote Trump.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of, because at first he was like, nah, don't like Trump, this, that, and the third, don't like da-da-da-da. And all of a sudden, he jumped on the bandwagon.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is just like, I'm just gonna fall back. You know what I'm saying? I maybe caught a video either here or there. But then, like, I think he did something, too, that got him kicked off of YouTube. He was talking about the transgender people and talk, you know what I'm saying, talk about some, you know, we're going to, you know, kill them or something. I mean, allegedly. We're going to use allegedly. But, yeah. So that's how he got kicked off of there. So, like, he's been kind of struggling. So now he's like, I don't depend on the government, but I need the government to get me out of this mess. And the government's like, nah, nigga.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna.
Nah, nigga, you been talking shit about us for years. So,
yeah, we found a candidate who qualifies a little bit better.
Yeah, we can't do that. We gonna give all this money to Howard Wilson over here at 705.
Man, listen, send us some money. We need it.
Nah, they ain't gonna send us no money. Shit. They too busy to send. Well, I'm gonna shut up about that too before we get fucking canceled.
Yeah, well,
I ain't gonna say shit. I ain't saying shit. Y'all just read between the lines.
Man, speaking of getting canceled, let's talk about my man, Dr. Umar.
Oh, yeah.
So, the government, the state, I think it's Pennsylvania, has officially shut him down from getting donations. Some kind of way, I guess they felt like he was lying because, you know, he was saying he wasn't getting donations and there were people who were showing that he was. So something to that effect made them say, hey, you can't ask for donations no more. So the Marcus Garvey, what is it? Marcus Garvey
School of Conscience.
But it's another name too with it.
Don't get me the line.
I think it's Frederick Douglass. It's like Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass School.
Yeah.
You know, can't get you money for the school. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been shut down.
Shoot. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, shout out to Lord Jamar. I mean, when they started up the United Mean podcast or Godcast, right?
Yeah.
They had him on, And Lord Jamar simply asked him a question. Right. Like, hey, I know a guy, I think it's my father-in-law. And don't get me wrong, I understand where Dr. Umar Johnson was coming from, what he was saying. But what Lord Jamar was alluding to was like, hey, my father, I think he said his father-in-law, I can't remember. But he said that this is what he did. He started his school like this. He had a couple of trailers. He had, he started up with this. Right, and he kind of built his way up. Yeah. Now, he did get the funding. Now, I will say this, now, as far as like the Afrocentricity, yeah, they're not going, I don't think the government's going to sponsor that. Let's just be clear. But what he did, I think, he at least got, predominantly black school. Right. And he actually got, people to, less fortunate kids or, undermined kids to, get in this program and, excel. So, he did, he did something good. He may not, taught them like pro-Africa or nothing like that, but he at least got them to, excel. You know what I'm saying? That's really just what, especially in this country. For most parents, whether you be black or white, they just want their kids to excel and they be able to give it a fair chance and a fair shot at education. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? And, like I said, I understand what Dr. Umar Johnson was doing as far, or at least alleged to do, with the school, but you can't just keep. And the thing of it is, like, so many people, like, you got LeBron James got a school, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like it's and then really, especially with the pandemic, right? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Urban X, because that's one thing that Malcolm on Urban X said. It's like, really, he would have cleaned up if he had the school online and people was, at home remote. He would have cleaned it, man. Yeah. He would have had something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he would have had something that he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? That he couldn't, that, man, it'd have been one of a kind, but I don't get it.
And I think you were right. I think it was Lord Jamar's father-in-law. I think you're right about that. I'm not sure, but I think you're right. That sounds about right. But, he was just trying to give him some good, advice and show him some more resources. And, I don't want to do that, brother. I don't want to do it like that.
And yelling at him and yelling at him and stuff. Well, that's that Leo.
Right. Well, we're not going to talk about
yeah,
nigga. We're not going to talk about that shit. We don't do that shit.
I fuck with you.
I know.
But the thing of it is, I think for him to, and I said this in our Lost in Thought, him being an educator, you should be able to carry yourself better than that. Exactly. You should be able to say, okay, I don't agree with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to articulate in a professional way. Look, I don't agree. I hear what you're saying. I disagree. I'm doing it this way because this is the way I see it. And this is the curriculum I'm trying to teach. And in order to do that, I have to go about it this way. Yeah. Instead of getting upset and blowing a fuse and calling everybody, everybody outside their name. And it's like, nah, you supposed to be educated, sir. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it used to be a time that, people that had doctor and stuff on their name, like they, I'm not saying everybody was perfect. Right. But it used to be a time like, they handled themselves. In a certain manner. Yeah. And it's like, nah, not now.
Yeah, and if
everybody niggas now. Word of the day.
Well, hey, if he really is a Leo, I get it, because sometimes I, want to handle stuff myself. Like I don't want no help. I want to do this my way. And I used to be like that, and I'm starting to, as I got older, I started learning. You gotta be willing to work with others. You can't always just do everything yourself.
Nah,
and so I could see that being an issue why he did that. But yeah, it's like, dude, you kind of embarrass yourself because you're doing it in front of these large audiences.
Yeah.
And people just trying to offer you some sound advice. But now you done got shut down. You can't ask for no more money. Unless people do it, underhandedly some kind of way, send you some money. But I don't know who's gonna do that. You know what I mean?
So you can get them cookies,
right?
Conscious cookies. Conscious cookies, brothers. Conscious cookies. I'm not thinking about Punani. I am not thinking about Punani. I am not thinking about Punani. It is consciousness. It is consciousness. It is consciousness. We got to get consciousness.
Did I send you that video from earlier this week with him?
I think you did. I think it was, yeah.
He was talking about some chick that was trying to holler at him or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny, bro.
Talk about consciousness.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. So
I bet he constantly tore that ass up.
Right. Man, speaking of consciousness, whatever happened with Brother Polite? Remember, he got in some heat.
Oh,
I ain't heard nothing from him lately.
Nah, that nigga, man.
He done went underground.
Nah, he. I'm gonna shut up about it. If y'all wanna, you know what? Y'all wanna dig into that? I suggest y'all check out Doggy Diamonds. I think he does a little bit more of an expose. Not that he, break down this man's life. He just, for me not to go into it because
he breaks down that specific situation.
Yeah. So be honest. Yeah, but be honest with you. When he came along the scene, I really didn't feel for him. I don't hate him. Yeah. I just didn't feel for him.
Yeah, I've never 100% agreed with everything he said, but it's been times where he say something and I'm like, all right, I'm feeling you on that one. But the majority of what he said, like maybe 70, 80%, I'll be like, I don't know about all that. You know? But every now and then he'll say something and I'll be like, okay, I'm feeling you on that. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wonder how that little court case is going and all of that, so I'm going to have to look into that. But, all right, we can go ahead and jump into some other stuff, man, see how Dr. Umar, how he brings himself back from that with school. All right, so you want to talk about like the verses or Cypress Hill and all of that?
There is something you can't understand. Oh, just kill it, man! Yo.
Yeah, don't forget, man, the verses is coming up. Cypress Hill versus Onyx.
This is May 17th, right?
I was going to say something in teens. I was thinking 13, but I don't know, man.
Either way, I'm watching that
I'm going to be on that. So,
don't call me. Don't look for me.
Right.
I mean, none of y'all doing that no way, but really, they don't even do that.
But yeah, they so that's going to be a good verses, man. I'm ready for that.
I might be high. I'm fucking with you.
I'm fucking with you. Call Howie on that day, like, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Like, you don't sound like yourself. Like, I'm good, man.
I'm good, man. Hey, you want to get some of these pizzas, man?
You know what I mean? I got some brownies over here.
You got some brownies.
But yeah, so that's gonna be a good versus. Also, if y'all don't remember, we talked about Cypress Hill's latest documentary, which was really good, called Insane in the Brain. And they also went on Drink Champs recently. So they've been kind of, putting themselves out there.
Yeah, I got to check out
some exposure. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got to check out the Drink Champs joint. But, yeah, man, I you know what, though? Speaking of, like, the verses, the verses I would probably want it. And if they were still alive, been Cypress Hill versus Mobb Deep.
Yeah. That would be dope.
That'd have been the one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Mobb Deep would kind of get them per se on definitely on the lyric side because nobody ain't fucking with Pete. Yeah. But as far as like,
what about like I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, I got a little.
No, go ahead.
What about Mobb Deep versus the Dog Pound? You think that would be good? Daz and Corrupt.
Yeah, I mean, styles, but they both a duo. But I mean, as far as like, for me, it's just like Cypress and Mobb Deep. They were kind of like my favorite group. Yeah. The reason why they were my favorites was because like I explained to people, look, I know that they're not the best as far as like, oh, B Real's the best rapper alive. Probably, I know that. But what they done is they always stayed consistent. Mobb Deep wasn't on no fucking Flash and none of that shit.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they talk about a little materialistic in their card, but it was always rugged, reality rap type shit. Cypress, same thing. Yeah, they might add a little guitar, a little, rock stuff on it. But in the end of the day, it was rough, hard shit. That's what I'm saying? They both wasn't on no gimmick.
Yeah.
They both kind of kept the same style up until the earth up into the 2000s. And then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might switch here and there because of the times, but they pretty much stayed the same. So it would have been, true. Man, very much true. that versus, that would have been great.
Yeah, man.
For me, I don't know about y'all. Yeah. For me, that would have been great.
I do think that's a good one. I do think that's a good one. So yeah. But yeah, I'm sure they got more verses to come. I don't think they've released anything else yet, but definitely ready for this one. But yeah, as far as the documentary, it was good. I know in the documentary they asked Sindog, what happened with him breaking up with the group, like what was his reason. In the documentary, he really didn't explain. He kind of, just made it seem roundabout, like, one day I just kind of walked away, But they asked him again, I believe, on a Drink Champs joint, and he said that, he still didn't really explain it, but he gave a better explanation.
Yeah.
He was like, I was just kind of going through a phase and when my mind was just thinking a little bit different. So I just felt like, these guys are doing this thing, but I'm over here. I just felt like it just wasn't a connection. So, that was kind of all he said, but I feel like there's some underlying thing he don't want to talk about. I feel like there's something there that he just don't want to be specific about. So he just kind of keeps finding these halfway ways of explaining it. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. So I don't know. But what did you think about the documentary?
I thought the documentary was pretty well. I thought it was really good. Like I said, I think they covered pretty much. I mean, there were some things that I didn't know, but I was a Cypress Hill fan for So I knew some of the stuff. I kind of knew some stuff I didn't know, their beginnings and stuff. I didn't know all of them were, exception of Muggs. I didn't know most of them came from Cuba to America because of the whole, the whole situation down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Muggs is actually from, you said he was from Philly, but no, he was actually from Queens.
Was it Queens?
Yeah, he's from Queens.
I don't know why. Maybe he said something about being in Philly for a minute.
Yeah.
I just mixed it up.
But yeah, he's from Queens.
I just knew he wasn't from the West Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, he was from Queens, and then he moved out there. And, yeah, man, it was cool to really see. What was funny, though, my whole shit was funny as hell when Muggs was like, yeah, man, so we going to go to Def Jam. And my man, and then he's like, well, you got a concept? Man, what the fuck is that? I ain't even know what the fuck that is.
Right.
Yo,
dude. He was like, you using too many big words for me, bro.
You're a concept.
You didn't even know what a concept was.
You know what a concept was. But see, back in those days, man, you know what I'm saying? It was, when you had marginalized, poor people.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't just for black people, just marginalized poor people.
Yeah.
Poor people of color. And, even though, Muggs is Italian, but he's, still, you know what I'm saying? You get pushed out of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, but yeah, the whole doc was good. They were
playing some good music in there.
Yeah. I like the explanation of Green Thumb. Yeah. As far as he was trying to do the character thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Really that fourth album was critically slept on like that. Yeah. If Cypress Hill made it Illmatic, the fourth album, you need to get that shit.
Okay.
I mean that. But so yeah, man, but yeah, overall, it was pretty good. It was cool to see, Sindog talking about, starting his rock band.
Right.
And then, the SX10 and all that stuff. And the Cypress Hill Billies, the motorcycle club.
Yeah,
Cypress
Hill Billies. I was like, wow, I didn't even know about that one.
I said, yeah, you just a hillbilly watching NASCAR and shit. But yeah, man, it was really good. And I like the fact that they shouted out, some people that that left us. I'm assuming they did shout out Prodigy. I'm assuming that's Prodigy or Mobb Deep. Yeah. So that was dope. Yeah, man.
And I remember he was talking about somebody do some blunt up on stage or something like that. Be Real was like, I think he said he took it and smoked it. Did you see that part? Yeah. He said sometime at their concerts, people would do just weird stuff, throw stuff on stage, and so he said one time somebody threw like a little blunt or something on the stage, and he picked it up and was like, all right, fuck it, smoked it. And then they started doing this thing where they brought out this big bong onto the stage. Yeah. And so they kind of made that part of the act, you know what I mean? It was like, people seemed to like it, so I thought that was dope. But one thing I will say about them, it wasn't too many groups in the hip-hop industry that made me want to wear their merch. And they were like the second ones. First it was Run DMC. Yeah. And then when Cypress Hill came out and that logo, I was like,
that logo was hard, man.
I wanted that shit so bad. I was like, I got a Cypress Hill jacket. It was like just a little rain jacket. Yeah. That hard rain material, and they had the logo on the back. But I don't even know. I think over the years I just lost it. But I wanted like a shirt or sweater. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta get it.
Just went hard.
Yeah, I gotta get it. Yeah, I gotta get a Cypress Hill tee. Yeah. Like the old school shit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, man. I think that's why I like them so much, because they weren't, I think they was between, I didn't mean to cut you. No, you but I think they were, the fact that they were between both worlds. Like, in the doc they were showing like, well, we couldn't get radio play because, the stuff that we were talking about, you can't say kill and all this stuff. Right. So we had to tour with who we could tour with. We toured with the rock crowd. We toured, and the thing of it is, they kind of got, like I said, the best of both worlds. They got they got that rock crowd, the rock, and the imagery they had, like the imagery they kind of brought that dark, mysterious, right? You know what I'm saying, to the industry. You know what I'm saying? They brought like that Black Sabbath and stuff, but then they were still, they were still like to the true school with like, they sampled. Especially that Black Sunday album, they sampled Wild Style. You heard it on you heard it on the radio, you hear it on the TV show. A to the K, A to the motherfucking Z. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So they had like all that element in, man. They were just, you know what I'm saying? It's just really hard to really explain like really what they did. And they a Latin group. Yeah.
They would make a dope album with somebody like a Zach De La Rocha. Yeah. That would be a dope album with them all together. But yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, I'm loving Cypress Hill. I mean, to this day, they still make good music. Yeah. They just put out the album, so I mean, go check that out. We got the verses coming up, so I'm excited about that, man. So yeah, I can't say
Onyx. Does Onyx got a? I would like to. Man, Onyx would be smart if they put out a doc right now.
They should.
They really need to. Yeah. Because and that's the thing too. They done a lot. A lot of people don't forgot how strong Onyx was though. Oh yeah. For real, Onyx was. Man, they were getting stupid. They were getting stupid deals, like stupid.
Oh yeah.
Stupid deals.
Yeah, man. Their logo was pretty dope too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope they do a documentary on them. But real quick about Cypress Hill, I thought it was dope that they said that the Beastie Boys pulled them on tour and helped get them some exposure, because the Beastie Boys, man, a lot of people don't realize, man, they was always trying to do stuff like that, bring other acts on stage with them and help them get on tour, and I just thought that was just a dope thing, man. We gotta always give people like the Beastie Boys their flowers, man. They did a lot for hip hop.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of people, it trips me out. A lot of people like, a lot of my, I would say some of my white friends, they were, man, we don't like the Beastie Boys. Let me tell y'all something.
Man, y'all tripping.
Let me tell y'all something. One thing about them, you can say what you will. They ain't had no gimmicks. They another group that just kind of stood the test of time.
Yeah.
They just kind of they didn't deviate from, when trapping and shit was going on. They wasn't talking about they were trapping and stuff. Nah, they were strictly MCing, rhyming, DJ. That's it. Old school rhyme, simple cadence.
Yeah.
They ain't changed shit.
Yeah, and
them white boys just rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They kind of made it. They kind of opened the door for groups like Cypress Hill.
Oh yeah, fact.
Because they had that punk rock side to them. You know what I mean? Because if you went to a Beastie Boys show, they was gonna be slam dancing type shit. They were gonna be throwing beer bottles and beer cans and just wilding out. You know what I mean? So they had that punk rock edge to them. They just kind of mixed it with the hip hop. So they really helped our artists like Cypress Hill, Eminem. Because Eminem likes to do a little bit of rock, in his stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, they definitely helped open that door. So, but anyway, man, I think that's all I want to say about Cypress Hill, man.
Here is something you can't understand. Go and just kill a man.
That's still my favorite to this day. To this day. But we got to talk about my man KSlay. They just did his funeral this week, man.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. I didn't realize his birthday is the same day as mine.
Wow, really?
Did not realize that. I know Halle Berry's is the same day as mine, and there's one other celebrity, but I never realized KSlay's was. So that's dope. They did a great job at his memorial. They did a memorial at the Apollo Theater in Harlem, my old stomping grounds before I moved to the Bronx. So it was good to see, Harlem again. I haven't been up there in a good while, so. But yeah, man, and they had a lot of good speakers there too. Papoose, Remy Ma, Bun B was there, Busta Rhymes spoke. So I think I even saw Ja Rule. There was one guy, like an amateur person, just kind of outside, with their camera, just videoing, and one of the people that walked by him looked just like Ja Rule, but he had a mask on. Yeah. So I wasn't sure, but I'm pretty sure it was him. So yeah, did you get to see any of the speeches or anything?
Yeah, I didn't get to see any of it, but I'll probably pull it up on Facebook or YouTube or rather.
Yeah, it was decent, man. I mean, Papoose, of course, was like his protege. He kind of helped Papoose get in the game. He told the story about how when he first met KSlay, he realized he had the radio show and he was putting a lot of local talent on, and so he was like, okay, this might be my key to get into hip hop. So he kept trying to get him the demo. First, he couldn't get it to him. Then he finally got it to him. And then KSlay was like, all right, yeah, I'm going to check it out. Maybe play it on the radio. But then he wouldn't play it. So Pat kept calling up to his show like, yo, why you ain't playing my shit? And he said KSlay finally got mad at him and was like, look, not everybody's made for rapping. And he was like, oh, shit, But then he said after a while, KSlay really attempted to listen to his music, sincerely, and started realizing, okay, he do got talent. Because at first he was probably just passing him over. Yeah, I ain't.
Yeah.
But he said once he really gave him a real solid listen, that's when he was like, okay, yeah, I need to go ahead and make you my artist. So he brought him under his wing, mentored him, and he even introduced him to Remy Ma. So that's what's dope. You know what I mean? So, and Remy spoke after him. She said her and KSlay were really good friends, and she always talks about like Fat Joe and Pun being her, mentors and stuff. But she was like, trust me, KSlay was like my best friend. And she was like, he was the one that really put me out there on his mixtapes and all of that. She said she kind of got mad at him because whenever he did a mixtape, he would put Remy on the mixtape and he would put her at the beginning of the tape. So as soon as you popped it in, that's the first thing you heard. And she said all of a sudden, he stopped putting me at the beginning. And she started noticing, like, okay, what's going on? He putting some dude named Papoose in the beginning. And that's when he was taking Papoose on. And Papoose was like his actual artist. And so, she didn't like Papoose at first because of that. She was trying to hate on him. But then she said, I started liking him. And that's when Kay kind of hooked us up. So it was good, man. Just hearing those stories about,
that's good.
how he dealt with people. That was really cool for me, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with him, like the Instagram models,
right,
that I follow. I mean, some of them, they actually had pictures with KSlay, and they was actually giving him respect. So but that was really cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, most definitely.
So that being said, now Remy Ma, Papoose, you know what you need to do to honor that man's memory. Y'all need to make a album.
Come on now. We need that collab album.
A husband and wife rap album.
We need that collab.
You need to do that.
I don't know why that's not like second nature for y'all.
Right now.
Both of y'all dope as hell. And keep doing separate shit. You know what I mean?
You don't need to do that.
Maybe they just don't believe in the whole doing the album together.
We giving you $1 million. I mean, well, hell, not even $1 million now. They're probably, $1 million might have been in the 80s. Like, right. At least 20 million.
Right.
At least 20 million.
Yeah, they said they've been married for 14 years now.
That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all need to first. Yeah, let's
clap that up.
Yeah, let's clap that up. Let me get I'm gonna go back up here with the button. Here we go. There we go. These are clapping strong.
Right. Claps sound harder than the punch.
I'm saying, I just play the claps when them
But yeah, man. KSlay is definitely going to be missed, man. He's man. So many people was out there just supporting him. So many local New Yorkers was out there just trying to support, and people who said they knew him since he was a kid and all of that. It was like real dope, man, just to see that. And they kind of brought his casket down the street in like a horse and carriage. Okay. So it was dope. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah. It's what I'm saying, that was definitely a blow to hip hop. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, he definitely was trying to keep it going and try to do it the right way.
Yep. Oh, and Papoose is taking over his
radio. The drama hour.
Yeah, so that's dope, man. Yeah. I believe it's gonna be on Hot 97. I believe.
Okay.
But
well, because I know KSlay, he did something with Sirius XM. He's going to take over that too.
I don't know, because they're saying they're not even sure he's going to stay at Hot 97, but I know the drama hour was a Hot 97 thing.
Yeah.
And so I think, and I'm not sure because I don't really listen to Hot 97 no more like that, but I think they had stopped doing the drama hour, but now they want Papoose to kind of resurrect it.
Okay.
So I think that's what it is. I don't think KSlay was still doing it himself. I don't know. If y'all know, correct me. But I think it's still dope, just the fact that Papoose is going to do that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because I think Papoose would support real good hip hop.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man.
So anyway, but yeah, I think that was pretty much it, man. Did you want to talk anything else about the funeral or anything?
No, I think that's it, man. Just like I said, it's just a blow, man.
Yeah, man. Serious blow, man, and I feel for his family. I think it was his mother was saying that she didn't even realize how much of an icon he was, until now. She didn't realize how many people just had love for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he was like one of them quiet and kept dude, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he was, but he was,
Now, he'll handle some drama if you want to him, but one thing that Papoose said, he said a lot of people don't realize a lot of beefs actually got squashed because of KSlay.
Yeah.
So, behind the scenes, he was always trying to keep the peace. He wasn't just out there trying to start drama, even though he was known as the Drama King.
Drama King.
Yeah, he was just more so, you bring some shit to me, you're going to handle it. He wasn't out looking for no trouble. But yeah, so, I think that's dope. You know what I mean? He said that he squashed a lot of beefs that we may not even know about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's dope right there, man. So rest in peace, KSlay.
I meant to listen to that damn. I'm about to pull that up in the car.
What's that?
DJ KSlay's on Jadakiss song. Back when Jadakiss and Benny Siegel had beef.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, yo, give me that mic. He said, Envy. Yeah. When you're a grown fucking man talking, don't get on there ad lib enough.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was funny as hell. Yeah, I think that was in front of the Jadakiss freestyle.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, envy. Yeah, that was funny to me, man.
Oh, man.
But anyway, so yeah, man, I guess we can go ahead and close it out. This has been episode 204.
204.
Triad Hip Hop Podcast. Please don't forget, share this with all your friends. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Shout out to Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, man.
And his son. Bitch ass nigga! You don't know how lazy this motherfucker. Man, woo, y'all niggas see that?
That had me dead, yo.
Yo, I was crying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to share that.
Oh, man.
One of my videos, I don't know which one it was. It was either my tribute to KSlay or one of my recent lyrical breakdowns. If you go back and watch it, I was in the car doing a video, and a bird just tried to fly in my window and shit. Man, scared the living shit out of me. I was sitting there just talking to the camera. I was like, what the? He didn't come in, but luckily the window was closed.
Man, you know the birds will do that shit.
Right. He just kind of smacked into the window, almost like he was trying to make an example out of me. Like, yeah, nigga, you know I could have came in there and fucked you up.
Nah, that bird thought he could fly through there. No death perception ass.
But yeah, one of my recent ones, if you look at it, it's in there. I even put like a little thing on the video.
Yeah.
Where it said, in 10 seconds, I'll be scared like a bitch. And it's a countdown. As soon as it gets to 0, that's when it happened.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. But, yeah, that was funny. But anyway, for episode 204, this is your man, Kurt. And this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all on the next one, all right?
Peace.